One more time, the Black Freckles Sports Show, NBA Finals Edition. Got Cam in the building.
What's good, people?
So, here we are. Pretty much where we thought we would be. The Heat are down 2-1. Lost game 3 at home. Jokic and Jamal Murray both had 30-point triple-doubles. What are your thoughts?
I think their stars came to do what they had to do. And when that's a thing, there's no stopping this team.
I was thinking from jump, when I was watching the game from jump, I said the Heat are going to lose this game. And the reason that I thought they were going to lose this game, even though they came out where Jimmy Buckets was scoring and shit like that, I was like, they're going to lose this game just because Jokic and Murray are scoring. If Jokic and Murray are scoring, you're going to lose. And not only did they score, they did more than score. You know what I'm saying? They both had triple doubles. They say Jokic is the first player in NBA Finals history to have 30, 20, and 10.
30, 20, and 10?
Yep, he had 32, 21, and 10.
The fact that he's the first is
who
saying a
else
lot.
would have done this? Who else would have done it? It's not a thing that you can do. 30, 20 is already you killing it.
Yeah.
But when you add 10, it's like, all right. Like if you told me he had 30, 20, and 10, I would say, oh yeah, he's the first player in NBA Finals history to do that.
No, it's impressive for sure. But it's just like, damn, Jokic is the only one that has done it. Bruh.
Think about in the history of the NBA, who you think could have did it before. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure LeBron didn't had 30 and 10 before. Hell, LeBron probably didn't had 30, 15, and 10.
But 20.
You know what I'm saying? But 20. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure Shaq has had 30 and 20 before.
That 20 is important because that's a rebound.
20, a lot of rebounds.
And that's one thing I noticed about that game. So the first two games, I'll say it felt like the Heat were the bigger team, the more bully ball team in the paint. And even in the loss, it seemed like they were getting the rebounds, they were getting the kickouts, they just weren't making shots.
But game 2, they the Heat lost in rebounds and paint points and fast break points.
Yeah. When I say bigger, I just mean guarding the paint. Like they were making Jokic work a lot, but I feel like in game 3, Denver was the bigger team. They were out hustling them boys on the boards. They was getting to the paint. They was, making Bam work for his. Like, I think Bam had that putback dunk over Jokic, and I was like,
that
damn.
Dunk was hard.
I was like, damn. But then we didn't see much else in the paint.
No, we didn't, bruh. Like, honestly, bruh, this series is over, man. Like, all jokes aside, it's honestly... Because even when you look back and you say the Nuggets won points in the paint, they won rebound, and they won fast break in game 2, it really lets you know that the Heat should be really down 3-0.
Yeah.
They really should.
Yeah.
They really should. Like we were saying in the last episode, that it's more likely that the Heat are going to lose 4-1 than they're going to win this series. Like, I'm pulling for the Heat. But I think the Heat have no chance of winning this series. I don't think they have a chance of winning another game. I really don't. I think best case scenario, they can make it 6. But if you make it 6, you lose at home.
Yeah.
Denver might win this thing at home, bro, 4-1.
My prediction is still 5. I think I can.
Yeah, man.
I think I can go with 5.
That's a hell of a prediction, man. I think it's over, bro. Okay, so what I was thinking this morning, I don't care what nobody say. Jamal Murray got to be like the most underrated player in the league.
Watching that game yesterday, bruh, everything that we talked about in the previous episode, I was like, you know what? I think people should have to start having those conversations about Jamal Murray.
He is the real deal, bro. Even when they was like going toe to toe, he hit a 3 like at the buzzer, like at the end of the shot clock, and I want to say like the second quarter.
Yes.
Yeah, I was just like, fuck.
It was like the play was broke. The play was broke. They have no way out, and then pass it to Jamal Murray, heaving this in. Shit was crazy.
That's a big yes, bro. I have a hard time not saying that he's a superstar, man. He's just so good to me, man. He's really good, bro.
He's proven his case.
You got to think. You seen him in the bubble. He was killing it. He's hurt for 2 years, and then he's back right now. It just makes me say, man, this motherfucker the truth, bro. He really good to me, man.
No, he's good. I think, like you said, he was hurt for 2 seasons. It's kind of like we ain't really seen the full capability. And much kudos to Jamal Murray, because that type of injury, a lot of players don't sustain their level of skill after that.
No.
So for him to come back arguably better, it says a lot to how good of a player Jamal Murray is.
Yes. On the other side, Jimmy Butler had 28 points off 24 shots. The same Jimmy Butler that we've been getting. And that ain't going to cut it.
No.
He came out doing pretty well. If Jimmy Butler doesn't have 30 points off not 30 shots, the Heat are going to lose.
I think the ankle injury or whatever Jimmy tweeted,
it's got to be something.
It's on display.
Bam had 22 and 17. But Bam shot 21 shots. If your 2 best guys do that, you're gonna lose. I'm sorry.
Shooting 40 plus for 50 points.
For 40 points.
Yeah. 28 and 21. Yeah, that's you didn't even hit 40, dog.
Like you're not gonna win, bro. But they had 45 shots and 50 points. That ain't gonna do it, bro. Like that ain't gonna do it, bro.
And then the undrafted players that they spoke so highly of.
Vincent was 2 for 10. He had 7 points off 10 shots. Like y'all starting lineup was just horrible.
Yeah.
Kevin Love had 6 points off 5 shots. That's hell. Strus had 3 points off 7 shots.
It's hard to win.
Those are your starters. All y'all starters had as many or less as many points as they had shots. You're gonna lose. Hell, it's amazing that they kept it as close as they did for as long as they did. But these are the stats to lose by 15 points.
Yep. That's
what's gonna happen.
Especially if Denver has their guys ready, like Aaron Gordon, Christian Brown, like those dudes were ready for everything, defensively, offensively, just ready for whatever. And I don't think Miami's team was ready.
No, you seen the steal and the dunk that Christian Brown had? That bitch was tough.
Yes,
he LeBron that bitch.
I'm talking about the gather and everything. Like
legit, he legit looked like the king on that, bro. I was like, what is happening, man?
But yeah, bro came to play. And I think most of Denver's team did.
So to me, another question would be, is it like end of discussion, nothing to debate? You're foolish if you don't agree that Nikola Jokic is the best player in the NBA.
Yeah. Nikola Jokic is the best basketball player in the NBA right now.
I don't know why it's so hard for me to admit, man. But he is.
Yeah.
I mean, because your finals run does a lot. Because I started calling Giannis the best player in the NBA when he won his title.
I did too.
Like for me, I was saying either LeBron or Kevin Durant forever. Or like LeBron, KD. But after he won his title, it's just like, not only did you ball, but you won the title.
Yeah.
Like that's how I feel about Jokic right now. Even if it changes whatever next year or whatever, he's the best player in the NBA. You won back-to-back MVPs, and the year that you don't win MVP, you're going to win Finals MVP. So what else do you want from the guy? What else do you want from the guy? And it's just he can do everything.
30, 20, and 10. Like,
bruh. That's the definition of I can do everything.
Bruh made history in his finals run.
Yes. They asked him, they said, what you think about it? Being the first player. He was like, man, I don't give a fuck about that.
Nigga don't care about that shit, bro.
And that was literally like, that's what I thought you would say. But yeah, man, Jokic don't give a fuck about that shit. He look at it like, man, I need to win.
I'm just here to hoop, bro. Hoop and win.
Yeah.
Jokic is a winner.
Be hard.
Yeah, he plays winner ball.
He plays winner ball. But it's like I said, that's why I feel like these boys finna start a dynasty, bro.
You're not crazy. You're not crazy. I see there's been moves going on around the NBA. Suns waived Chris Paul.
Thank God. My homeboy Rebel, he of course a diehard Lakers fan, and that nigga he be like, Lakers, please do not sign CP3. I'm like, you can book it, the Lakers.
I've heard people on Twitter saying the opposite. Like, I've heard some people, I did see somebody say, please, with no names involved, they was like, please don't bring his fat ass to LA. And I was like, damn, you could only be talking about one person.
Come on, man. Look how LA fans are.
Bruh, it's a terrible place, dog. So that's why I don't think he will go. But I wouldn't be surprised if a team like the Knicks or, you know, somebody pick him up for a bench option.
CP3 done to me, man.
I think so too. And I've watched him, you know, play 80 whatever games and then get to the playoffs and then some part of his body crap out. And that's to me is the age catching up to you. Like, you can't play at an elite level as long as you once did.
I'm going to give you some free agent names, all right?
Okay.
And I want you to tell me, if money's not an object, you're a GM, who's your number one? It's a long list, all right?
All right.
Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Chris Middleton, Kyrie Irving, Porzingis, D'Lo, Kevin Love, Draymond, Van Vliet, Harrison Barnes, that Malik Beasley. I'm leaving the rest off. You got Karis LeVert and Gary Trent Jr., but I left them off.
I don't care about many of those names.
And now you got CP3. I don't think I care about none of
Van Vliet. If for my team, if we're speaking just for the Suns, the only free agent I could see that makes sense is Van Vliet. There's nobody else I really want on that team.
No.
I don't want James.
A bunch of old guys for the most part.
Old guys and guys have notoriously quit on teams.
No doubt.
I don't want Kyrie.
Some of them are guys that notoriously quit on teams that are going to want a shit ton of money.
Yeah. That James Harden max, fuck that. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to give you a few names real quick here then.
All right.
Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Kyrie Irving, D'Angelo Russell. Out of those four, who would you want the most and the least?
Kyrie Irving.
The most?
Oh, you said the most.
Yeah.
What was the first name?
Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Kyrie Irving, and D'Lo.
Westbrook.
Who you want the most and who you want the least?
Westbrook the most, Kyrie the least.
Wow, that is scathing.
I don't believe in Kyrie, bro. Like, I believe in his basketball talent, but I don't believe in his ability to be a basketball player for a team.
What if it's a big bro watching over him? LBJ the K.
That's the only way it's gonna work. But I mean,
I think LeBron is delusional if he think he want to play with Kyrie.
You think LeBron is delusional if he wants to play with Kyrie? I feel like any team is delusional for wanting Kyrie to play for them. Like, that's why he is my least favorite in those free agent names. I think you would just be crazy for trying to incorporate Kyrie Irving into your basketball team.
All right, I'll go ahead and say this again. I don't like to say it, but as you know, Kyrie Irving is my favorite player. So I definitely, of course, want the King to come and rescue Kyrie, man. I need the King. I need the King to rescue Kyrie, bro. And I'm living in nostalgia. I'm living in, I want to say it was 7 years ago when Kyrie and LeBron won the title together.
Damn. 2016?
Yep.
Damn.
Yep.
That's crazy. And with that in mind, you're not crazy, because I think LA is the best possible destination for Kyrie. Like, out of all the landing spots he could be at, I think LA makes the most sense.
What did you think of the rumor of Kyrie recruiting LeBron to come to Dallas?
I didn't think much of it. I just looked at it as Kyrie doing his part and also Kyrie making the jump before LeBron did. Like, LeBron is usually the one that's recruiting people. Kyrie decided, hey, I don't want to have to follow LeBron or go wherever LeBron at. LeBron could come play with me.
But he came and play with you last time, Kyrie. I heard Skip say something about Kyrie saying this or Kyrie letting this get out. Because he was like, LeBron ain't put this out. He was like, LeBron camp ain't put this out. And he said he feel like it's Kyrie Irving way of showing the Lakers and pretty much everybody that he want to get paid. And I was like, I don't understand how these things got anything to do with each other. And he basically saying, well, I'm planning on signing a big ass contract with the Mavericks, and I want to play with LeBron. Because it's like if he just wanted to play with LeBron, he could just go take less money in LA. And I was like, well, yeah, I do see that, and I do not believe that Kyrie Irving is the type of player that'll play for less money. I don't believe it. I think he should, but I don't believe that he will because I feel like Kyrie kind of has this attitude about the NBA of like, oh, they tried to play with me. Oh, they don't respect me. Oh, they don't realize who I am. Like, that's how I feel like Kyrie look at the NBA. So Kyrie not finna give you no discount.
Yeah, okay.
I don't see
it. When you phrase it like that, I can see that because yeah, Kyrie already one of them niggas. Don't play with my name. Don't make me out to be less than what I'm worth and all that other shit. So it's like it's just not likely that you can ask Kyrie a task like, hey, forfeit some of that dough play with some people.
Go Broad another championship. Like, no. Because I guarantee he look at it like, y'all don't give me the credit for the last championship I won here. I promise you. Because to me, I feel like that's why he wanted to leave.
Yeah.
Like, y'all don't give me the credit. Y'all giving this nigga all the credit when I'm the one that really won that championship.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I feel like Kyrie look at it.
And then with the recruiting thing, it's just like you said, if I was the one that won it, I'm still waiting for my just due. Bron can come join me. Like, he can come ride this, bus. Like, he can be a bus rider over here.
And another thing that you have to think about is because of what the Mavericks gave up for him, they have to pay him.
Yeah.
They can't let him walk. I gave up my whole team for you. So even though it didn't work, for the trade to have any justification at all, I have to pay you.
Yeah. And they'll find a way to get that deal done. Like, Kyrie's going to get his bread. It's just, where does that team go from there? Like, what can you add to this team when Kyrie is taking up this much of y'all's bread and equity? Because y'all got rid of y'all team for him.
Yes. If the Mavericks run it back as is, they will have similar results.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think if the Mavericks run it back as is, and when they have similar results, that Luka going to want out.
Potentially.
But one thing you do get with the international players is that they're not big team hoppers.
Mm-mm.
They're really not. It's like almost like I don't want to use this word to try to say that the American players are not that, but I'll say more. It's almost like they're more appreciative of the team that drafted them, the team that took a chance on them, the team that invested the world in them. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like with a lot of the international players, you do not see them team hop. Giannis signed a big deal. He don't be talking about team hopping. You know the Joker gonna stay where he at. You know what I'm saying?
Giannis might be out that motherfucker.
But he already signed one deal with him. You know? He already did the Kevin Durant pretty much where he gonna give him his first 8 to 10 years of his career.
Is that how?
That's a long time.
Is that how much he's gonna be there for? How long?
He has to because he signed another deal. You know, and he had to sign a Supermax. That's 5 years.
Yeah.
So he was there for what, 4? You sign a Supermax, that's 5. That's 9 years. If you sign a second contract, that's 8 years regardless. Unless you say, hey, I don't want to play here no more.
But that's what I'm saying though. I feel like he might be on that wave.
I don't see it. I do not see Giannis like demanding a trade. But yeah, Giannis signed a 5-year, $228 million contract, bro. Damn, that's a lot of money.
That is.
And it goes through, let's see, until he's 31. And how old is Giannis? Yeah, how 26. Old is Giannis, bro? Oh, damn, for real? He's only 20. Yeah, so that's 5 more years, bro. Damn, he need to ask you out, bro. That's a long time.
That's
bro.
What I'm saying. I don't think he gonna be there.
Damn, that's a long time. I think he is, bro. Okay. I really do. I think he is. But yeah, Giannis there through 25, 26. He ain't a free agent till 26 to the 2026 year, bro. Damn, that's crazy.
He bred it up.
That is crazy, bruh. His last year he do 51. That's what money, boy. That's why when everybody was saying, is Russell Westbrook gonna opt out of his contract? I was like, Russell Westbrook is not opting out of that $47 million. And the same thing when people was like, is Aaron Rodgers going to retire? I'm like, Aaron Rodgers is not going to leave $50 million on the table.
No.
I don't give a fuck how rich you are. I don't care how rich you are, bro. If you can make $50 million guaranteed in 1 year, no, and on top of that, you're probably never going to make that much money again, especially in Russell Westbrook case. Russell Westbrook will never make $47 million again in a year. So when people's like, is he going to opt in? Of course he is. They're like, this is the Lakers' problem. The Lakers need to trade me or do something, but somebody finna pay me $47 million this year.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So say what you want about Westbrook. Last year, he made $47 million. This season that we in right now, he made $47 million. And only hooped in the playoffs for real.
Salute.
Like, for real, salute,
bruh.
So I don't know, man. I don't see it with the international players. They be sticking around. If Giannis do it though, he gonna be like LeBron. He gonna be like LeBron for the international players. Like, hey, yeah, but we don't like it. We want out of here.
Think about it, bro. You got a declining Chris Middleton, who they might not re-sign.
Who's a free agent?
Who's a free agent. You got Drew Holiday, who is also on the decline. There's nobody on that team that if you looked at last 2 seasons, say, yeah, they're going to get better for this team.
Straight up. You can send Giannis to a team like OKC, bro, and they would be better than the team he got right now.
Yes.
Like, they would be stacked. And all them kids down there on rookie contracts.
Yeah.
You know, mind you, a lot of them motherfuckers gonna have to go if you want Giannis. You know what I'm saying? But hell, if I compare Giannis with just Alexander, or if I compare him with Alexander and fucking Chet Holmgren,
yeah,
I'm in there.
Yeah,
you know, or if I had to get rid of Chet Holmgren there, you know, hell, or if I compare him with Chet Holmgren, you feel me? Two tall ass motherfuckers is like, man, I be forgetting Chet Holmgren even in the league, bro.
Yeah, bro. The fact that he didn't get to play last season kind of sucked.
Oh yeah, because I was rooting for him.
Yeah, I thought he was better than Jabari for sure. I didn't think he was going to be better than Paulo.
These tall ass skinny dudes, bro. That shit do not work.
Bro, I seen a clip of Wembanyama yesterday.
That motherfucker serious.
Oh my God, bro.
Yeah. We talking about he was dribbling that
yes,
thing?
Bro.
Yeah,
because you saw him kind of get hoed on defense, and it was like, oh, I ain't like that shit. Yes. And he came back on the other side, repositioned, got the ball back, did his moves, and the shit looked effortless, bro. You're not guarding that.
I've never seen a player 6'10" or taller with handles like I seen him.
You're not guarding that, bro.
Like KD don't have handles like that.
And KD can sham God. So it's like, that's a hell of a move in itself, but I ain't seen him tween like that before, bro.
Nah. And AD got handles too.
Yeah.
No, I ain't seen no tall nigga with no handles like him.
AD was a point guard and don't got handles like that.
I know. But even when I seen how he handles the rock, I said, I can't even front. I ain't even know he can handle that bitch like that. I only think he's gonna be a bust because of his body type.
Yeah, bro. But there's something you can do about it. You can change that because you remember what Giannis looked like when he got in the league.
Yeah, he was skinny, bro.
There's workarounds. You just gotta work around. Like, I don't think those other tall, skinny dudes ever panned out because they body never panned out.
But Giannis don't have the grace and the touch that this kid got. You don't want that motherfucker big like Giannis.
Not big like Giannis, but at least, big like Porzingis.
Steph got. People don't realize Steph got cut up. Steph was a little guy when he got to the league, and Steph got cut up.
Yeah.
Steph deserves so much credit, man. It's just, to me, Steph just not as good as people try to make him out to be, man.
You think so?
Yes. People be saying he better than LeBron.
Well, okay, but you're saying that you don't think he gets the credit he deserves.
I think he gets
too much.
I think he gets too much credit.
Okay. I do too.
Even though he nice, like, to me, people don't really think he nice for the reasons that he nice. You know what I'm saying? Like he's nice because he can shoot, but he's nice from that leadership standpoint. He's nice from how he dribbles the rock. He's nice from how he can run around and never get tired and shit like that. But for when people to say like he's better than LeBron because he beat LeBron, like, you take away from how great he is to me because you make me start to like not like him.
I agree.
It's even how I be feeling about LeBron. It's like y'all say stuff about LeBron that make me not like him. Like the talk we had the other day about LeBron not scoring in the paint. I mean, only scored in the paint. I see your article that saying 2015-2016 season, outside of the paint, he was the worst percentage in the whole NBA. And you never hear LeBron fans talk about that. I literally had LeBron fans arguing me down on the internet that he shoots better than Michael Jordan. And I'm like, come on, that's a crazy thing to say. It's a crazy thing to say. And then they say, well, look at their field goal percentage. And I said, well, LeBron shoot layups and dunks. You feel what I'm saying? Like Shaq has one of the highest field goal percentages of all time. So it's like when people like someone for reasons that they shouldn't like them and then they act like it's the gospel, it makes me not like that player.
I agree. I mean, you still got to make those layups though.
You do. I will say to me, LeBron James is the greatest driver in NBA history. You know, to me, his way that he drives, and I don't like to say the opposites on this, but it is his basketball IQ. His basketball IQ is off the charts. It's not what people think it is. Like people think his basketball IQ is high because of reasons that it's not. When the reasons that it's really high, they don't pay attention to. Like I heard Iman Shumpert talking about LeBron, and he said, he was like, to me, LeBron became the GOAT. He was like talking about how, he was like, man, why is it so hard for me to say that somebody better than Jordan? This was two different interviews. But in this one, he said, LeBron, I had a ball at the top of the key. And he'll say, hey, Shump, he's shading off of you on the corner, right? And he said, he'll scream out the play, right? Hey, I'm finna go to the rack. If they double Tristan Thompson, you go straight to the rim. If Shump man try to stop you from the rim, I'm going to throw it to Shump in the corner for the three, right? And he say, well, he telling him to play. And then I say, it ain't even that he telling him to play. It's that he's so cold.
That he going to keep running it.
It's only 5 people on the court. If 2 of them on me, and then when Tristan goes to the goal, if 1 of them on him, it really is nothing that you can do. You feel what I'm saying? So to me, that's why his basketball IQ is so high, because he take the simple shit and he say, oh, let's do that. You feel what I'm saying? Let's do that. It's not because of he make no-look passes and he the GM of the team too. It's like, come on, that's silliness. But to be able to say, because it's basketball IQ to say, they can't stop me. Mm-hmm. It's basketball IQ to say they can't stop me unless they double me. And if they double me, you do this and you do that. And we're going to do it every single time. Yeah. You feel me? Until they figure out something else to do. To me, that's why his basketball IQ is so high. It's not because he be, because like when LeBron be doing that thing where he be memorizing the plays and he tell you to play, like he doing that for TV. I don't care what nobody say. He doing that for TV. Understanding it or remembering it, that's not basketball IQ. That's not some kind of genius shit. That's like LeBron, like when he said, when he was talking about Joker, when they was like, well, what did Joker show you this series? And he said, nothing. I already know how great he is. He said, from the untrained eye, it may look like this, it may look like this, but I know. I understand his game, and I understand what he's trying to do. And it's like, we know this, LeBron. We know you understand what he's trying to do.
He got to let motherfuckers know.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm going to let you cook, LeBron, but that's why people be thinking he has such a high basketball IQ. I think he has a high basketball IQ based on the things that he do and the things that he understands and the positions that he put people in and how he exploit their weaknesses. But I see dings in his basketball IQ when people say things like he makes the right play because he passed it to Joe Schmo. When I say fuck him, Joe Schmo wide open is equal to you guarded by 2 people, LeBron.
Is
to
it
be
though?
Completely honest? Yeah, because he that great.
I mean, but don't that go hand to hand with what Shump was saying? Like, if they double me, I got a game plan already for that.
Yeah, that's a game plan, and that's what I mean by basketball IQ. When it's one play and the game is on the line, the game plan go out the way.
Why?
The game plan is because you better than everybody else on the court. You know what I'm saying? It's why when everybody cries and say, well, J.R. Smith played, and the J.R. Smith played, and the J.R. Smith played. For J.R. Smith to have the play that he had, LeBron James had Steph Curry guarding him, and he passed the ball to George Hill. George Hill is a great free throw shooter, so everybody say, oh, no, that's a good idea because George Hill is a great free throw shooter. But if our basketball IQ is so high, we should factor in George Hill ain't the guy to be doing this. The game is on the line. I need you to win the game. George Hill ain't the guy to go win me the game right now. I am. And not only that, I have Steph Curry on me. I would rather LeBron James be shooting those 2 free throws at the end of that than George Hill. And everybody's going to say, well, he's a 90% free throw shooter. I don't care. LeBron lives in the finals. LeBron lives in it's game one and I need this game and it's the end of the game. LeBron lives there because y'all want to tell me how his stats say he's the most clutch player of all time and all this shit. It's like, okay, well, then we should have the IQ to know that the most clutch player of all time should be shooting. You can't have it both ways. And that's what people do with him. Now, when he passed the ball and George Hill missed a free throw, it's George Hill fault and it's J.R. Smith's fault. But he's the most clutch player of all time when he do shoot. Well, shit, I want the most clutch player of all time shooting. Michael Jordan ain't the most clutch player of all time, according to y'all. Kobe Bryant ain't the most clutch player of all time, according to y'all. But we both know we want them shooting it at the end of the game. Even the LeBron fans who say he should pass it, you wouldn't say that about Jordan or Kobe.
Because they aren't as good as passers, but I agree.
So it's like you can't have it both ways. I'm sorry. I want LeBron shooting it.
I want LeBron shooting it too, but I feel like, just like you're saying, you can't have it both ways. If the media, if the fans, if everybody is saying LeBron's passing is one of the best skills that he has, we can't be mad if he's putting one of his best skills on display.
Who the greatest scorer of all time?
Kareem?
LeBron.
Oh, yeah, duh. Yeah.
LeBron.
At that time, he was not, but I get it.
Every point he made on the way is what got him to being the greatest scorer of all time. So again, you can't have it both ways. You can't say, shit, he the greatest scorer of all time, so he the GOAT. Well, he passed at the end of the game because he can pass that motherfucker. Is he the greatest assist player of all time? No. LeBron is not some assist guy. He's not some pass. LeBron is a scorer. I know we like to say, oh, he can do everything. He can do everything. What he does best is score the ball.
LeBron is a basketball player. He does everything the best. That's what the stats say.
It did say that at times. Like what he did in the finals to lead every statistical category.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
It's so LeBron. It really is. But what LeBron does best is score the basketball. You know, I don't think he's some great shooter. I don't think he's a great free throw shooter. I just think that you can't stop him from getting to the rim.
Yeah.
You feel me? You can't. You know, you can't. It's hard to stop him from getting to the rim now.
Yeah.
It's what he do. You know what I'm saying? So that'd be my problem with everybody in every debate, because to me, when it comes to me, Kobe Bryant is the number one. Is that nobody says things about Kobe Bryant to prove his GOAT case that aren't true. The people that say things that aren't true are Michael Jordan and LeBron fans. And it's because Michael Jordan fans say things like he could average 50 points a game in today's NBA. No, he can't.
You ain't never heard no far-fetched Kobe statements?
Give me one you ever heard. Like if somebody say
that he winning them bitches without, that he was winning them bitches against them teams without Shaq.
I've never heard nobody say that.
I've heard that he didn't need Shaq on those early rings.
Look, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. That's clearly foolish. You know what I'm saying? But even to everybody listening to us, they have never heard nobody say that. That's not a common thing that people will say. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like there is no common thing that people will say about Kobe that's just untrue. People say true shit about Kobe, like Kobe's the GOAT because he scored 81 points in the game. You feel what I'm saying? That's a ridiculous thing to say, but it's true. You feel what I'm saying? With LeBron and Jordan, people say shit that ain't even true. Like if Jordan wouldn't have retired, he would have won 8 rings in a row. That's a ridiculous thing to say to me. I'm sorry, it's a ridiculous thing to say to me. To me, I feel like if Jordan didn't retire, he wouldn't be undefeated in the finals. I feel like that Hakeem Olajuwon Rockets team would have beat Jordan and them. At least one of them years. I really think they would have did it both. Straight up. That was before they had Dennis Rodman. I'm sorry. Hakeem Olajuwon definitely don't get the credit for being as great as he was. He's in my top 10.
Yeah.
I made an unofficial top 10 the other day with no research I wanted to share with you, but I won't right now.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't think he gets the credit he deserves from the casual NBA watcher. Everybody else knows Hakeem was about that business. Any person who could give Shaq the drugs lets me know you are an elite basketball player.
Bro, I don't remember who it was, but I saw somebody recently practicing the post moves with Hakeem Olajuwon, right? It was like a white, tall guy. I forgot who it was.
Yeah, I think I saw that.
Right? And I was like, yo, It's so crazy that I can watch tape on Kareem Olajuwon all day. I mean, Hakeem Olajuwon all day. I can watch tape on Hakeem. I can watch tape, okay? But Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant, I'm talking some other greats that I can't think of off the top of my head, right? They went to Hakeem for Hakeem to teach them these moves. So you're telling me that he's so great that I can watch him on TV all day, and for me to properly learn how to do these post moves, he got to teach me in person? I'm sorry. I saw that and I was like, why he keep teaching everybody this when I can look at it on YouTube? I can look at when you taught Kobe this. I can look at when you taught Tim Duncan this. Because you saying what you telling them, they got it on film, I can go watch it. But this shit is so intricate and so special that I got to come to you in person for you to teach me this. That's got to be the only reason people still going into him in person, Carol. So that's what made me say, man, I think this dude even more underrated than I think. You know what I'm saying? Like, the boy was cold. I would have loved for him to play Jordan in one of them finals and give them boys the business, and then people would be looking at him a different way. And I would love for him to not be undefeated in the finals. I would love for Michael Jordan to not be undefeated in the finals.
It's tough, man, because if the one of the best centers of all time couldn't compete with Hakeem, I just don't know how whoever the center was at that time for
Luke
the Bulls. Yeah, I don't know if Luka's getting.
And then again, they didn't have Dennis Rodman at that time.
Yeah.
So it's like, who was y'all gonna put on this dude? Because I don't give a fuck. Shaq, even when he was a young Orlando Magic player, is, I'm saying minimum, a top 8 center of all time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Top 5 probably center of all time.
Yeah.
You know, because he did get better when he got to LA. As he got bigger and he got stronger, you know, I've already said that, you know, to me, it's either LeBron James or Shaq on their best day is the best player of all time. And it's the same reason I was saying last time, because the physical specimens they are, you already can't do nothing with them. And if they're just on that day from the basketball standpoint, they're just too gifted naturally. They're too big. They're too strong. They're too much, you know. You know, something else I was talking about the other day when we was talking about like athletic builds like LeBron and shit like that. Yeah. This is another reason why LeBron does deserve a lot of credit for what he did with his body type, is because the athleticism and shit that Aaron Gordon has, it does not transfer over to basketball. Like, think of how he won that dunk contest. When do you ever see Aaron Gordon just dunking on people?
I thought about that last night. I don't see it very often.
You don't. It does not transfer. Like, that's what I be talking about when I say people who are athletes like a motherfucker can do basketball shit. Like, you see players in like Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill can do like dunk contest dunk.
Jalen Ramsey too.
Yes, Jalen, but at least Jalen Ramsey's 6'3".
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill's like 5'10". And it's because they're these like, if you just an athlete, football is the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you do gotta have a lot of basketball talent to transfer that athleticism to basketball. And that's what made me say LeBron deserved even more credit for what he did with his basketball talent. Because to me, Aaron Gordon has below average NBA basketball talent.
I agree.
Like, no bullshit. Like, no bullshit. If he had average or above average, he would be dunking on people because he can handle the ball and then get to the point where he can just explode on you and dunk on you.
That's fair.
Like, Blake Griffin dunked on people. You know what I'm saying? But Blake Griffin has basketball talent. It's slightly above average. Yeah. Blake Griffin came to the league. He became a better shooter. Like, yes, Blake Griffin could still be in the league after his athleticism waned because he could shoot. Blake Griffin became a good shooter. Blake Griffin got basketball talent. Blake Griffin got basketball talent. And it's how he could have got to the goal and dunk. If you got all that athleticism and you can't get to the goal and dunk, you do not have no basketball talent.
Blake Griffin has average basketball talent.
Hey, my answer was slightly above average. I'm fine with average. I'm fine with average. You know, I'm fine with average. You know, yeah. And to me, like I said, LeBron has slightly above average.
That's what I'm saying. So, yeah. That's the only reson why I said at average, because if LeBron is slightly above, there's no way they share the same.
No, I agree with that. I mean, to be truthful, if I was really going to judge LeBron's basketball talent, I would say it's like good. You know what I'm saying?
That's all I wanted.
Yeah, it's good.
That's all I would give to him. He don't got to be great. He's good.
It's good. Yeah, it's good. Like, yeah, straight up. It's good. Like, above average to where you say, you know, you flirting with good.
Yeah.
Just because he does have a lot of basketball talent. It's just, to me, like we said last time, when you say it's all-time great, I think that's a little crazy when you have people like Kyrie Irving and Kobe Bryant that exist.
In going back to Steph Curry, Steph has, I would say, above good basketball talent. Yes, way above great basketball talent.
Yeah, all-time great basketball
talent. And you were saying that about LeBron's basketball IQ. Steph Curry's basketball IQ is off the charts. To me, it's higher than LeBron's.
But to me, it's higher than LeBron's. But that's
about neck and neck to me.
Nah,
I haven't seen Steph Curry make quite the same passes LeBron has. Now, IQ wise on the rest of no, I haven't, bro. I have not seen Steph Curry make that pass to Kevin Love for you know a corner three. But I do think that his ability to, you know, recognize screens, recognize when plays are coming, how he needs to get his other players involved, and even his ability to pivot on what he wants to do, because he can score in so many different ways. He can do a quick pump fake to a floater, or make you think he's going to go for that floater and then flip it underneath for a underhand layup. So it's just like, I've seen him do things with the ball and even without the ball, because I think Steph Curry is the best off the ball basketball player of all time.
Me too.
So I think those are the things that...
And that's crazy, because you got guys like Ray Allen and Klay Thompson that's really catch and shoot.
That's their whole job.
Steph better at that than y'all.
Yes, that's their whole job. And Steph is doing that better than them, while also taking primary care of the ball. So it's kind of like when you got that type of talent and that type of basketball IQ, it's hard to not put you above certain players. I don't think he's above LeBron, but if people were to make that argument that Steph is some all-time great player and he's above some of those other all-time greats, I couldn't be mad, because I watched.
When you say above LeBron, are you talking about like IQ or something? You talking about like he better than LeBron?
Some people would say he's better than LeBron.
Yeah, to me, that's insane.
I don't agree with it, but I can't tell you why you think somebody is better than somebody.
Agreed. But this is my thing, though. Like, but see, this is even kind of how the LeBron debate gets muddy, is that there's what the numbers say, right? And then there's like, do you know the game of basketball, right? Because if you know the game of basketball, right, you know that Kevin Durant is better than Steph Curry. Let's keep it a buck here. All right. I'm going to keep it very simple. All right. I'm going to make it very simple. All right. All right. Take numbers out of your head. Again, numbers, rings, all of that. Take it out of your head. Okay. When they was on the same team, who was the best player?
KD.
Let's just keep it simple. So when I say that we all know that KD is better than Steph, we have proof of that.
Whose team was it when KD was on the team?
It was Steph's team.
Right. If you had KD's team and Steph Curry plays, I think that argument is different now. I think because they had to scheme for Steph Curry's team, KD was able to just be plugged in and do what KD does. If you were to flip that and it's KD's team and you bring Steph Curry to just do what Steph Curry does, I'm sure it would have the same results that KD had.
Okay. If KD stayed at OKC with Russ, and Steph came to OKC
and does the James Harden thing.
Yeah. Okay. He do the James Harden thing. Who the best player on the team?
Probably Steph. Because are you confident that during that team of KD and Russ that KD was the best player?
Yes.
I to be honest, I was not confident in that. I thought KD and Russ were damn near a tangent, like 1A, 1B. I didn't really think there was a significantly better person than the other when I watched those games.
Again, I've covered this before. During that time is when Russell Westbrook became my favorite player in the NBA. right? I had so much respect for what he was doing. I thought he was completely not getting the credit that he deserved. But Cam, stop playing.
I'm not, okay?
We never thought that Westbrook was as good or better than KD.
Hey, man. I don't know what to tell you, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
KD was something else, man. Like, KD is like how I'm saying it's obvious that KD was always better than Steph, or obviously better than Westbrook. Like, I can definitely give you a real argument that KD is better than LeBron. Like, I can easily give you this argument.
What?
Easily. Yes,
well, you're going to have to do that one of these days because I don't see it.
I'm always going to give it to LeBron out of respect. And even though I don't find LeBron to be clutch, I find him to be more clutch than Kevin Durant or Steph Curry.
Yeah.
So it's like his body of work is better than both of y'all's. And to me, he's more clutch than both of y'all. So to me, y'all can't hold the candle to LeBron, like in no way, shape, or form. But when I watch a motherfucker play, KD is a lot like that T-Mac way of, if you play the game, you can look at T-Mac and say T-Mac's better than a lot of people. And if Kobe Bryant's name was in that realm of people that you said he was better than, I don't think that's crazy at all. This is what I say when I say if you know the game of basketball. Like if you know the game of basketball, I can argue people like Tracy McGrady or Kevin Durant. They're probably the only two that I can just think of off of just watching a motherfucker play basketball. I can say this is the greatest player of all time.
Those are the only two?
Just because they're really the only two I can think of. Like if you was just watching people play, you took away their careers, you took away their rings, you took away everything that you knew about them. And even if you had to say, I'm going to pick a player out of the guys that I've seen play to be the best motherfucker right now, it's not crazy at all to pick either one of those guys.
No.
And it's because their games have no weaknesses whatsoever, and they're both tall as shit. I can't think of any players whose offensive games have no weaknesses in the history of basketball that's tall as shit. Except for those two guys.
That's fair.
So I'm saying it from, if I'm just looking at basketball, watching players play, Kevin Durant is better than Steph, bro.
I don't know, man. That's hard.
Man, you got a lot of respect for Steph, and I respect that. Because Steph is great.
That man changed the game, bro. I watched that man change the game, bro.
Yes. Like I've seen people say, like in the last 25 years, are like who pioneered the NBA, who was the who changed the game, and they have Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Steph, and somebody else. Sometimes they just have those three, and sometimes people have Kobe on there, and I say Kobe doesn't belong on there. Kobe doesn't belong on there. You feel what I'm saying? When you talk about guys who literally changed the game, like I would put Allen Iverson there before I would put Kobe. You feel what I'm saying? And it's just yeah. Allen Iverson changed the game. Yeah. He changed the game in a way of how players carry themselves, how players look, like wearing long ass shorts, having tattoos. Like he changed the game in that way. LeBron changed the game in the way of you can put a franchise on a young person's whole shoulders. You can do player movement. You can have your homeboys as your team, and they don't fuck you over. Like LeBron changed the game in a million ways.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And then Michael Jordan made the game global. He made the game what it is.
You see, I'm repping.
What you got on
this?
There?
His Sport Cafe.
Really?
The Michael Jordan Sport Cafe.
Oh, because you live up that way.
Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, those are the three most. And Steph made it where people shoot threes.
I was just going to say, a lot of those corner threes that LeBron be passing off good looks for, in part because the three has been revered as this great look.
Yes, it's the truth. It's the truth. But yeah, they're the ones that changed the game. They're the most influential players since I've been alive. It's Michael Jordan, Allen Iverson, Steph Curry, and LeBron.
And that's the only reason why it's hard for me to say that KD is the better basketball player, because in my opinion, all of that matters. Your impact on the game, the ability that you're able to score the ball, I feel like all of that matters. Your ability to make. I know KD got a little bit more than Steph on defense. But the other things that Steph can do, the IQ, the passing, the moving without the ball,
so
that's better.
You think Steph is a better offensive player than KD?
Arguably.
Man, that is hard to say, bro.
Arguably.
Especially when we realize that KD was the best player on that team. Like, I'm sorry, you can say, oh, they schemed for Steph. They schemed for KD, bro.
How?
The only thing that was whack about it, which I hate, this is why KD deserves a knock against who he is, because when we do factor everything in, he did only win with Steph, is because if you take LeBron James, if you take Michael Jordan, if you take Kobe Bryant, if you take Shaquille O'Neal, and you give them the luxury of being able to be guarded one-on-one, of course they're going to be the best player ever at that point.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if LeBron playing on a team, I mean, honestly, it was like that a lot of the times with the Heat, where he got to play a lot of one-on-one basketball because you couldn't cheat off because he had those shooters,
right.
And then he had D-Wade, which is why I say no matter what people say, 2018 LeBron or whatever, LeBron at the Heat was LeBron at his height. LeBron at his height was when he was with the Heat. And it's just because there was nothing you could do to stop him when he was on the Heat.
I think LeBron in Miami was LeBron's like prime, his ultimate prime. But yes, 2018 is his best season, in my opinion.
I don't disagree with that.
I won't say he was at his peak in 2018, but that's his best season.
Before he won his chips, before he won his bubble chip, I literally used to always say that you could argue that LeBron only mattered in the NBA when he was in Miami. Because at the time, he had 3 rings, right? So that means 2/3 of his rings were won in Miami. All right, 2 out of the 3. Half of his MVPs were won in Miami. You know what I'm saying? And then he didn't win in Cleveland the first go-round. And then he got him one in Cleveland the second go-round. And then he would have almost went nothing forever if he didn't get his bubble ring. And it's because in Miami, he was unstoppable.
Yeah.
Like, he should have won MVP every year in Miami.
Yeah. You know, that's what a prime looks like.
Oh, yeah.
That's what a prime
looks like. Most people prime is 4 or 5 years, though. You know, it's just this guy has had the longest prime of all fucking time.
Well, he was in Miami. So he was in Miami for 3 years. Four. Okay. Yep. Well, you wouldn't say that his prime was all 4 years and then another 1 year in Cleveland? 1 to 2 years?
To the height of his prime, sure. Because to me, I say he's been in his prime every second we've ever seen him play.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that.
That's why he's the GOAT. Yeah. If we're going to talk about why he's the GOAT, that's why he's the GOAT to me. It's because he's been in his prime since he played against the Sacramento Kings all the way until he played against the Nuggets a month ago.
Yeah.
Like, he's been in his prime his whole career.
Yeah, longevity is my GOAT argument for LeBron.
It's my GOAT argument for LeBron as well, is that his longevity. But his longevity comes from being the greatest athlete of all time. You know, that's that's what it is.
Speaking of LeBron and longevity, he's also lived a fascinating basketball life outside of basketball, and
the most fascinating basketball life of all
time. And I say that because he was touted as a great in the making the second he stepped foot on the court, even before, and. Yes. None of that has ever gotten to him to the point where it caused him to act irrational or be a little too immature at times or think the world was his or revolved around him. A lot of the stuff that comes with LeBron is his ability to know that, all right, I'm here to do a job. I'm here to do it well in every aspect of it, even in his personal life. Like, the dude's got a squeaky clean image and nothing has been able to tarnish that ever. And he's given the blueprint to several players. All of this generation after him has got the blueprint. The problem is, why ain't nobody listening? Why don't nobody listen or do what Bron did? And I say that because we look at the situation like Zion.
Yep.
Where you're young, you're in the league, and you're touted as being one of the greats. Zion has the physicality and the skill to be one of the greats. And he hasn't been able to stay on the court. And now you get this situation where he got this chick pregnant It ain't no girlfriend, no long-time high school sweetheart. He beat the milkman allegations. That's cool. It is a sister. I appreciate that. But why is it that these young dudes consistently fuck up the bag with random shit? Whether it's a gun, whether it's chasing IG hoes, why is it that you got this person that is LeBron James who has given you the blueprint and you fuck it off? What's wrong with these young niggas, man?
Listen to me, bro. If we're going to answer the question of why is LeBron James the GOAT, everything that you just covered is literally where it starts for me. And it's clearly hard to do when LeBron gave you the blueprint and y'all don't do it. When I look at a player like Ja Morant, when I look at a player like Zion, I say y'all are why old people hate the NBA. Because y'all have proven that if you give a 19-year-old, a 20-year-old too much all at one time, it will ruin the game. And we look at somebody like, because y'all can say what you want about old heads, we're the same age as LeBron. LeBron is an old head. You feel me? But LeBron went through the whole, all of it, and he showed you exactly what to do. And people before him fucked it up. Jordan fucked it up. Kobe fucked it up. Shaq fucked it up. Charles fucked it up. Everyone else fucked it up except for LeBron. These are the reasons that LeBron is the GOAT. Like, I seen somebody say LeBron been dominating since this, and he was walking with a PS2 with a whole bunch of chords. It had like a CD player and shit like that. And when I see this, I don't think it's that big of a deal because I was the same age LeBron was when he had this shit. I was, you know what I'm saying? He was in the NBA, I was in the military. You feel what I'm saying? But it was like, I'm the same age doing the same shit. So when I see it, it's cool. But then I think like, yo, this nigga for real was in the NBA back when this shit was popping. You feel what I'm saying? LeBron is the GOAT because he had so many things to do that he did and he exceeded. Like when I look at the numbers and I look at the things on paper, I'm sorry, at the end of the day, Michael Jordan accomplished more in a shorter period of time, right? But when you factor in all of the things that you should factor in, such as the pressure that was on LeBron from day one, the franchise that he went to, how he's played most of his career with first-year coaches. Nobody ever mentions that with LeBron. Isn't Darvin Ham a first-year coach? Eric Spoelstra was a first-year coach. I want to say Tyronn Lue was a first-year coach.
Maybe. Yeah, it probably was that way.
I do want to say that. LeBron has had so many first-year coaches. Like, you know what I'm saying? And nobody ever factors that in. The fact that he never had no kind of scandal, nothing crazy off the court. He employed his friends and it didn't come back to bite him in the ass. He's put so many people on. He's stood up for things, whether you agree with them or not. He's stood up for things. He's made a shit ton of money while he was still playing. He never let none of that affect his game. He left a team when he felt like they wasn't doing him right. And when they talk about him like a runaway slave and say, oh, he quit and the Cleveland Cavaliers will win a championship before LeBron ever wins a championship, and then I'm going to come back on my terms. I don't give a fuck what you said. What you said means so little to me. I'm going to come back there, and not only am I going to come back, I'm going to win a championship, and when I win a championship, I'm leaving. Again, I'm coming back to do what I told the city I was going to do, despite you want to talk to me like you a damn fool when I'm LeBron James. You feel what I'm saying? He has done it all. He's the leading scorer of NBA history. He's the youngest player to do everything. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's easy to say why he's the GOAT because so many things factor into it that don't have nothing to do with basketball, but they're things that a lot of other people didn't have to deal with. Michael Jordan did not have to deal with motherfucker watching his game, and if he missed a free throw, people on Twitter say, man, this nigga trash. Yep. Because I didn't like Michael Jordan when I was coming up. So if I had a chance to talk shit about Michael Jordan when Reggie Miller pushed his ass and then hit that three on that motherfucking ass, when I was a diehard Reggie Miller fan, I'm going to be on there saying it. You feel me? When I was a diehard Shaq and Penny fan and Shaq and Penny them put his motherfucking ass out the playoffs, I would have been on there. I would have been on YouTube making videos. See, this motherfucker ain't no GOAT. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker ain't no GOAT. And you know what I'm saying? And you got to deal with that. And you got to live with that. So to me, when you factor in, and then you factor in the competition that LeBron had to face. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what I say. LeBron is the GOAT. I'm going to give him that. That's why I say that, to me, Kobe and LeBron are better than Michael Jordan. But if you put a gun to my head and you say, give me a case of who's the GOAT, and I'm going to make you prove it, I have to pick Michael Jordan. But when I factor in a lot of things that I like to factor in, because like for Kobe, I factor in the height of his prime was when he was on a team with Kwame Brown and Smush Parker. Right? So then I compare that to what we just said was the height of LeBron's prime. He played with Chris Bosh and D Wade and Shane Battier and Mike Miller and those guys. You feel what I'm saying? So I factor that in when I say, well, shit, who's better? So when I start factoring in everything, and then I factor in Kobe's competition was Jordan and LeBron's competition. And he won rings in both. You feel me? So I can get to really paint some pictures of the things that matter off the court. And when I get into all the things that matter off the court, Kobe and LeBron are better than Jordan to me.
Okay. I was going to say, you think Kobe had the harder matchups?
I'm saying whether he had the harder ones or not, he played against both of their competition.
Yeah. Okay.
So no matter how you view it, you say Jordan had the harder competition. No, LeBron had the harder competition. Kobe played against both of their competition and won rings in both. Michael Jordan was in the NBA when Kobe won his first ring. LeBron James was in the NBA when Kobe won his last ring.
Yeah.
Jordan or LeBron can't say that. So there's a lot of factors that go into, things that happen off the court, things that happen with circumstances. And when you give me circumstances, again, I feel like Kobe is the GOAT, and I ain't going to all his circumstances. I went to LeBron's circumstances. But when you go into all LeBron's circumstances, it's how I don't have no problem with him being the GOAT, and damn sure why I don't have no problem with him being better than Michael Jordan.
I would have loved to see Kobe play some of these guys like Giannis and Jokic and Luka in the playoffs. I would have loved to see that, bro.
Me too. I would have loved to see it. Because to me, LeBron the last dog in the NBA. Especially an American-bred dog.
Okay.
LeBron is it. Like all that, these people cool with losing and these people just want their money. To me, LeBron the last one that ain't like that. The rest of the guys that aren't like that are international players.
You don't think Dame like that?
Not like LeBron, because Dame won't leave his team.
Dame trying.
And Dame leaving his team like KG and them left their team after his prime. LeBron left his team in the height of his prime.
Yeah.
When he was going to his prime, he left his team and went to a team that was stacked. He the only player that really did.
You think Dame out of his prime?
Of course. Dame is what, 32 years old?
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn, yeah. I ain't know he was that old.
Yeah. Don't let his bars fool you, bro. Yeah, Dame Dollar got to be. But Dame Dollar's one of my favorite players in the league as well, just because he's a dog. He's just not a dog to LeBron extent.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he's more clutch and all those things than LeBron. But LeBron, he put his nuts on the table a lot when people act like he don't. Like, for you to leave, for you to speak on things, Dame Dollar is 32, by the way. For you to, defend players, for you to say that people need to get paid, LeBron put his nuts on the table a lot, and I respect him for that. I do.
Because there's a lot of players that won't.
I have a lot of respect for LeBron. That won't. Yes. And I even thought that about Kobe. He was a lot like LeBron early when he used to care what people think.
Mm-hmm.
And then after he got enough success for him to say, man, fuck y'all. Like, LeBron didn't get all the way there. He act like he all the way there, but he didn't get all the way there. Kobe got all the way there, where he legitimately did not give a fuck what you think. Like, it was times where people asked him about questions about other players, and he would be like, they're not even ready to sit at the lunch table with me yet. Like, niggas in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? LeBron don't do that. And I wish he did. You know what I'm saying? He'll say, if I was a GM of a team and I was going to pick a player all time, I would pick me first. I like when LeBron be like on some, like when he talked to Dylan Brooks and he was like, I didn't really say nothing. I would like for LeBron to say, I told him that he's not even ready to be in my lunch table yet. Like, he's not even in my league yet. And to me, when you start to do that, it starts to show how you truly don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because Kobe wasn't saying it in no way, oh my God, look at me. He was saying it in the way that Kevin Durant wanna be when he said, y'all know who I am.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish KD was like that all the time, but he not.
Nah.
Kobe was like that all the time.
I think it's
LeBron
good.
Was like that
I think it's good that they have their personalities. Because I think KD is, like you said, right in the middle of those two, where he don't be giving a fuck and he'll let you know that. Yeah. LeBron do not be letting people know that he don't give a fuck. He will let people know that he cares, that he paid attention to it. Yeah, I saw that. I thought about it. I felt this way. That's LeBron's whole approach to that shit.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I'm fine with it because I told you, I love when LeBron give his feelings. I just don't like that LeBron is always so politically correct, even though I do like that he's never been in no shit or nothing. It's like why I like watching him on The Shop. On The Shop, he be more so like himself. On some like, yeah, man, these motherfuckers be on some like, and I was like, nigga, hell no. I was like, I'm so proud of LeBron for this. And it's because he went out of his way to do that. And I respected it. Because LeBron ain't putting nothing out on his own under that, uninterrupted or none of that he don't want you to see.
Yeah.
So I love that LeBron went on there and he was like, I'm just finna be a regular nigga on here. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm LeBron. I'm in here in the barbershop. I'm finna drink some wine or whatever. Yeah. But when I talk, I'm like, hey, yeah, that motherfucker was like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, and it's not like he cussing like a little kid cuss because yeah. It's like, no, this is how I normally talk.
Hey, sometimes that shit do be seeming like that. Like, there's that one clip where he's like, what the fuck?
I ain't seen that.
Right? He said that. Oh, yes, he said, yeah. Yes. And it's kind of like, damn, do LeBron curse?
Yes, right. He sounded like a kid, a rookie. But nonetheless, when I heard him, I liked it.
No, I fuck with it. I fuck with it.
But that's the thing, though, is even when LeBron give you some genuineness, he gonna give you something like that to make you feel like, is LeBron being for
yes,
real?
Bro.
That drives me crazy with LeBron.
Like when he be rapping and don't know the words.
Yes, that drives me crazy.
That shit is hilarious, dog.
Yes.
Again, the most unintentionally funny athlete ever, bro. Person, really.
Oh, no, bro. He's second, bro. He's second to Mike Tyson, bro.
As unintentionally funny?
Yes,
I didn't grow up in the height of Mike. I only seen him as like older Mike.
I'm gonna send you a why Mike Tyson is the most unintentionally funny video of all time, bro. That motherfucker be saying so funny shit.
Bro, one of my favorite videos is like, my back is broken. Spinal.
Like, what does that even mean? Hey, have you ever seen that interview where Mike Tyson talk about how it was? I want to say it was that interview where he said he had to bury his brother. He was like, I dedicate this fight to my brother. He said, I had to bury my brother. I wasn't even gonna train for this fight. And then he said, is this your quickest fight ever, man? And Mike said, I don't know, man. Lennox Lewis, I'm coming for you. Have you ever seen that interview?
I don't think so.
See, I'm about to see this interview. But anyway, this is the crazy thing about that interview, right? Mike Tyson said he had to bury his brother before this fight, right? And he even say his name, right? And his brother that he mentioned, his name is Daryl Baum, right? The reason that that's crazy is because that's his homeboy. He said, I had to bury my brother. And the reason that it's crazy because that's the same dude that shot 50 Cent.
Yeah. I did know that.
I was like, what?
I did know that.
I was like, I seen that like last year. I was like, what? So yes, this man shot 50 Cent. Then he got gunned down 3 weeks later. I know that from many men. Shout out 50. And then Mike Tyson had a fight. I swear, then Mike Tyson had a fight like, damn, my homeboy dead. And I'm like, yo, that's crazy. I found that out like within the last year.
Yeah, me too.
Fucking internet, man. But yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, Twitter's a funny place.
I got it from TikTok.
Okay.
But I gotta send you the Mike Tyson video on how he the most.
Please do, because I've seen some funny ass Mike clips, even hot boxing with Mike. I think he had Kenan Thompson on. Yes, bro. He be having some guests, but he had Kenan Thompson on one of them episodes. And I was like, this is funny as shit because niggas don't really know how to move around Mike Tyson.
They don't.
And it's funny.
And it's like he be offended when people are scared
and
of him.
He be trying to figure it out in real time. Like, it's like, and you see sometimes they either get more comfortable or like more uncomfortable.
Yeah. You see what Boosie was on there?
Yes,
and he was like, well, maybe you are homosexual. I was like, you can only be Mike Tyson to just accuse Boosie of being a homosexual, man.
And by the same token, you can only be Boosie and say, hey, man, one of my dogs would have had to shoot the shit out of Mike.
Right. Yeah.
He said, boy, I would have hated for that to have happened, bro, because one of them niggas would have had to shoot Mike big ass.
That's facts, though.
Bruh.
That's facts. But yes, man, Mike Tyson is hilarious. But yes, I'm going to send you the video. But yes, man, I do understand why Bron is the GOAT. I really do. I really do. But I just don't like how people don't understand how Michael Jordan is the GOAT. Because when you factor in the off the court things with Michael Jordan, is that he became God. You know what I'm saying? Like I heard LeBron talk about it. You heard LeBron talk about it. You heard Allen Iverson talk about it. They're like, yo, when I seen him, it was like seeing God.
Like Jesus.
And it's because to people that are my age, they remember how Michael Jordan was like God.
Yes.
So then it's like, all right, LeBron did a lot of stuff off the court, but he wasn't like God. Like, it was like they were scared of MJ, and MJ used to do this on this night, and he would say, I'm going to do this on this night. And then when he went and played 18 holes of golf the night before, and he didn't sleep, and he did this, and he had this kind of mentality, and he shot a free throw with his eyes closed, and you know what I'm saying? It's like his off the court shit is like Bo Jackson or like Jackie Robinson or Babe Ruth. It's like almost like mythical, the stories that people tell about him. You know what I'm saying? Even and Kobe is even like that. It's like those stories that you tell about a motherfucker that don't sound real, those are factored in for like Jordan and Kobe, but more so Jordan on some like, because they don't have no Twitter, they don't have no cameras, they don't have nothing. They be like, yeah, we was out gambling, getting fucked up, drinking all night. You know what I'm saying? Jordan had this going on, and he was like, hell no, let's play $1,000 a hole on golf. We was up till 6 o'clock in the morning, and right before Jordan got in his taxi, he said, hey, tell your boy,
I'm whipping your ass, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then he'll go out and score 50, and then a lot of players look at it like, man, these motherfuckers would get drunk and doing crazy shit. They don't deserve no credit for that. But to me, you do deserve credit for that. So it's with everything, is what end of the spectrum do you want to look at the other stuff? Because like I said, with LeBron, some people look at it like he had to switch teams to win. And then some people look at it like he won with 3 different teams. So it's like, which angle are you looking at it from? And that's when you factor in the off the court stuff or the things that aren't basketball, that's when it becomes unfair, because it's like, which angle are you looking at it from? You know, that's why when I say when you get to the nitty gritty, you would kind of have to go with Jordan because of what he did. But to me, he's third because he did the least because of who he was playing against, how he was playing against them, and so on and so forth.
And who he played with. Because motherfuckers act like Scotty was just some, you know, third fiddle.
People say that Scottie Pippen is the most overrated player of all time. And I'm like, I think he's the most underrated player of all time.
You got to be standing next to Jordan.
And it's like their offense ran through Scottie Pippen, and Scottie Pippen guarded the best player.
The best player, night in and night out. And still could give you a solid 25 to 30 if asked.
You know? So that kind of shit. You know, it's like, and then even in Kobe's case, I always say during Kobe's prime, he guarded the best player. He guarded the best player. Look it up. He guarded the best player and played offense. LeBron nor Jordan.
Before Meta? Before Ron Artest was on that team, Kobe was...
No doubt. Yes. Kobe has 15 all defensive teams. Like, Kobe used to lock up, and he used to guard the best player, bro. And he definitely guarded the best player when Shaq was on the team.
I remember him guarding Rajah Bell a lot on that in those Suns matchups, and Rajah Bell was far from the best player on that team.
He wasn't gonna guard Steve Nash.
Why not?
Nah, you don't need to guard Steve Nash.
Guard Sean Marion. All I'm saying is they were a player.
He guarded Sean Marion a lot, but even thinking of Shaq days, he was the one guarding Reggie Miller.
Kobe.
Yes,
that's. I expected though,
and he was still getting buckets. Me too.
I feel like a lot of times the best player was the guard. So you like the threes didn't start becoming the threes until after LeBron got in the league. Really,
I agree. But even if the best player was a guard for the Bulls, Scotty guarded him.
Right. Jordan would be on like, I don't know, Danny Ainge.
Yes. No bullshit. Like, he hit that game-winning shot against Craig Elo, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't never had no whole series where, and I don't mean this to be racist at all, but you never had no whole playoff series where a white person guarded Kobe or LeBron.
Word.
Especially not in the finals.
Dellavedova guarded Steph.
And what that got him? what that got him? What that got him? You feel me? Like, what that got him? You know, like Karolinko gave Kobe trouble before in the playoff series, but I don't consider Karolinko like a white person. He's not from here.
Yeah. Europeans is different.
Yeah. Michael Jordan was getting guarded by American-born white boys in playoff series.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's how you want to look at it, because me and you, we are both huge components of you play who's in front of you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to take away from that, but in my heart, I feel
it's
funny
a factor.
about it. Yes. And to me, the Bulls were the super team.
I've always said that. Ever since 2K11, when they started introducing Jordan covers and all his teams throughout the decades, I sat there and looked at all those teams. I was like, bruh, this motherfucker played with some talent.
Like his last season, the Bulls won 57 games. He left and they won 55.
Yes, bruh.
Like, one of the greatest arguments for LeBron, and I even hate when LeBron fans say it because I don't love it, but if you look at a team after LeBron leaves, they be lottery teams.
Yeah.
A lot of that is because LeBron guts the team how he wants them to be and to work around his
he be trading motherfuckers away the minute he touched down. Yes.
But it is a fact that they be lottery teams after he gone. You know. So again, man, it really just depends on how you want to look at stuff and what angle. And different days, I look at it from different angles because I am objective. You know what I'm saying? It's why I say I can make a case for any of the three of those guys any day of the week. And it's because they all have a good case. And like I say, and people believe that Kobe has no case whatsoever. And my point about that is, if you watch their games, you look at the games and you see how the games work, you see how much somebody won, you see how they won, you see at their peak what their roster looks like, what do they do with those rosters? All that shit matters, man.
And that's why when I brought up people thinking that Steph is over LeBron, is it crazy to put Steph in a category of a top 5 with the Kobe's, because you think Kobe is in that argument of one of the greats, but like, would it be crazy if somebody had Steph in that same category?
It would be crazy.
But why?
Because of like what he's had his entire career.
So you're saying that he had enough around him to where it never looked like he was the GOAT.
He never was in a situation like Kobe or LeBron where he was the only player on the team. His whole career, he's never been that. He's never been the only guy on the team.
The only star?
Yeah. Yeah.
Other than the 2 that he got with KD. Last year, who was the star he played with?
Clay?
Clay was a star last year, coming off an Achilles injury.
All right. Put it like this. All right. Again, I feel that is Steph's most defining ring of his career.
Yeah.
That is the ring that makes me agree with most of the stuff that people say about Steph. Okay? All right. So we would have to get super specific, all right, and say Clay wasn't a star that year. If we say Klay Thompson, is he a star? The answer is yes. Is he Klay Thompson, if you say Steph is the greatest shooter of all time, if I say Klay Thompson is the second greatest shooter of all time, that's a good argument.
Is it?
Hell yes.
Where is Klay at on the all-time record for shooting?
Like how many threes has he made? I don't know.
He can't be up there then.
I don't have to know to know. We watch these guys play.
The second best shooter?
You've seen Klay shoot.
I have, and that's why I'm telling you he's not the second. You put him over Reggie Miller? You put him over Ray Allen?
Yes. But okay, hold up. If I don't put him over Reggie Miller and Ray Allen, I damn sure put him over everyone else ever.
That's fine, but that's 2 other people who Steph is that much in front of.
Okay, I give you that. But my whole point, as I'm saying, is if I can argue that he's 4th, I can damn sure argue that he's 2nd.
No.
You can definitely argue. Okay, if you give me your top 4, if you give me your top 4 NBA players of all time, I guarantee you can argue that number 4, you can argue a place for him in 2nd. If you gave me your top 4 quarterbacks of all time, I guarantee you we can come up with a good argument how number 4 could be 2nd.
Okay.
So I'm saying, even if he ain't the greatest shooter of all time, we can say, all right, he had a top 5 shooter on his team his whole career.
Oh, okay.
Just like we say Michael Jordan had a top 5 wing defender, a top 5 rebounder his whole career.
And
there's times where where LeBron James or Kobe Bryant didn't have a top 5 nothing beside them.
This is an example of two things being true. Because if you're saying that if Klay can be the 4th best, then there's an argument made for him to be the 2nd best. That's why I'm saying I don't think it's crazy if people are putting Steph Curry in this realm of great basketball players based off of his resume. You can't tell me that the players who are great, you can't tell me that they have done what Steph has done.
I have Steph as a top 10 player, and Let me look at my unofficial list real quick here. I'll give you my unofficial list with no research, all right? Where I have Steph, okay? And he just got into my top 10, man, to be completely honest with you. He really did. And it's because I have Steph. I don't have Steph.
You don't have Steph in your top 10? You got Bird in your top 10? Because if you got Bird and you don't got Steph, I think that's crazy, personally.
I do, man. You want my top 10? You want my top 10 real quick?
Sure.
Number 1, Michael Jordan. Number 2, LeBron James. Number 3, Kobe Bryant. Number 4, Shaquille O'Neal. Number 5, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Oh, stand corrected. Number 6, Larry Bird. Number 7, Steph Curry.
Okay.
Number 8, Magic Johnson. Number 9, Kevin Durant. Number 10, Wilt Chamberlain.
Okay. Where did you have Hakeem at?
He's not on here, man.
Damn.
I got Kareem, no Hakeem, man. I would have Hakeem at 11, though, now that you mention it. Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, Shaq, Kareem, Bird, Steph, Magic, KD, Wilt. I actually love this list. This is, to me, a good list.
It is. And I can't argue because that top 5 is solid. That top 5 could be my top 5, honestly. I think the only thing I would change is maybe put Magic after Kobe. I don't know. I always thought Magic was in my top 5. But again, that's a solid top 5.
The reason Magic can't make my top 5 is because I've always thought Larry Bird was better than you. And without a doubt, Steph Curry is better than you.
Yeah, I have it flipped. So I think Magic is over Steph, but both of them are over Larry Bird.
I don't think that's crazy.
Yeah, other than that, our lists are pretty much, identical. I think the only thing is I would have, if you got 11, if you got Hakeem at 11, I would have KD as be my 11. KD would probably have to be.
Respect, odd man out. I respect that. I don't think that's
because
crazy.
Him and Kareem got the. Him and Hakeem got the same amount of rings, but Hakeem worked for his.
Yeah, that's true. And a lot of people think, and I even think it, that Hakeem is the best defensive center of all time. I think it's him or like Bill Russell, but I think Hakeem is the best defensive center of all time. Like he didn't, like if you go look at like his blocks and how many blocks he didn't had and shit like that, he was the truth, bro. And I want to say he won Defensive Player of the Year 2 times, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. I'm not mad at that list.
I don't hate this list.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I don't hate it. And I don't even feel like I'm being a lame here. Like I have Kobe 3rd.
Yeah. You know what? Before you said it, I know we have these talks. I thought you was going to sneak him in at 2. I thought you were going to sneak him in at 2.
Nope. I feel like this is a fair list with my personal opinion sprinkled on it. But I feel like I made an objective list. And I didn't have Steph in my top 10. But after he won his last ring last year, I said, okay, it's time to give him his props.
Yeah.
You know? And then for LeBron, I have him second just because of all the stuff we just talked about. It's like, it's a very good GOAT case, man. You know? And to me, out of the 3 of them, to me, Kobe has the weakest GOAT case because it's a lot of you had to be there and you got to give some credit to what you saw when you were there.
Yeah.
For Jordan and LeBron, to me, you ain't even have to be there. You can read about them 2 niggas on paper.
Resumes are solidified.
Like, straight up, you can read about them on paper. You really can.
I think Kobe's is too. I don't think you really had to look at
you can
Kobe.
read about him on paper, but not for the GOAT case. You can read about him and say he was great, and you can read about him and say he was great and say, man, he third. Yeah.
But you did have to watch to know what Mamba mentality was. Mamba mentality don't show up on stat sheets all the time.
It doesn't. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't. So that kind of shit. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like Kobe was the least athletically gifted out of the three of them.
Out of Jordan and LeBron?
Yeah. Yeah. He could not jump like them two guys, man.
I remember Kobe when I was a youth being a leaper.
Yes, but not like those two guys, man.
And I would say
LeBron?
that Kobe arguably, because Kobe was another person that I look at when I think of all the best under the basket layup packages. That motherfucker Kobe used to be in the air, bro. Like he could hang like Jordan on a lot of times. So I don't know. I know you're right. He's not as athletic as LeBron and Jordan, but I don't think he's far off.
He's up there though. He's not far off. Hell no, he's not far off. He's definitely not far off. Hell no.
That motherfucker, bro. Kobe was athletic, dog.
Yeah. He was. He definitely was.
Some of those, like he's got some of the most impressive in-game dunks I've ever seen. He is like top 5 in-game dunker in my opinion.
Yes. No bullshit. Because they was on cats.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, before we get out of here, what's your favorite LeBron dunk of all time?
That's hard.
It's so easy.
I feel like a lot of his dunks are the same. That's why I'm trying to think of like which was the one where I was like, this shit is crazy. Probably when he was in Miami and dunked over the Bulls player. I forget his name. He was a guard. He did some like DeAndre Jordan, Brandon Knight shit on him.
I don't remember, bro.
I gotta find bruh name.
You sure it was against the Bulls?
It had to.
Let me tell you mine because it was this nasty. James Johnson?
Was it James Johnson?
Was it in?
It was a shorter guy. I want to say it was like Isaacs or something. Maybe it wasn't Isaacs. I can't remember the nigga name.
I just typed in LeBron. It was in 2010. Oh, he was a Cav on this one. But they said, that was tough, but it was a pretty much regular LeBron dunk. I don't think that's
okay.
This is my favorite LeBron dunk, man. And it's because it has like a backstory and everything. My favorite LeBron dunk ever, hands down, was when he dunked on Jason Terry. Do you remember that?
I do remember that.
Bruh, that was so dope because Jason Terry had dogged them in the finals, remember? Yeah. Jason Terry had gave them the business in the finals. And the reason that it was so hard is because Jason Terry was down there playing defense. And then when they threw the oop, all he did was turn around. And then LeBron cut that bitch high in the air as fuck. And Jason Terry just goes
chest to catch charge, didn't he?
No, it was like he just turned around and LeBron was like right there. It was a oop. Man, I'm going to send it to you if you don't remember it because it's this special. Is that he caught it and he just dunked on Jason Terry. Man, I'm finna send it to you because I need you to watch it right now. Like, no bullshit. I need you to watch it right now, bro. Like, it's such a... You will remember it as soon as you see it. And you're going to say, oh, I do remember this.
I don't know how I don't.
And it's because, bro, it's the greatest dunk of LeBron's career, bro. I'm finna send it to you on the gram, bro. And it's like... to me, I'm going to tell you why it's the greatest dunk of LeBron's career because you got to see it to know exactly. Because you remember this dunk. I just sent it to you. Man.
I do remember this dunk. All I had to do was look at the picture. But let me...
Bruh, I'm watching it again myself. He just turned around, bro. And then what LeBron does after, bro, where he looks like... These niggas ain't
they not ready, bro.
Bro, he looks like it is no big deal how I just humiliated this guy. Like he walked, the way he walked off after it, bro, like just kind of chewing the mouthpiece on some like, it was the most disrespectful thing LeBron ever did after a dunk. And I love when LeBron is disrespectful, bro. I love when he's disrespectful. Like, that's my favorite LeBron. I hate that I agree with Skip Bayless on this because Skip Bayless be saying, I like mad LeBron.
John Lucas III.
I love mad LeBron.
John Lucas III was the Bulls player that LeBron jumped over. Like, jumped over.
Yes. When he was coming from the right side. And yes, bro. Yes. That's your favorite LeBron dunk?
That's probably my favorite LeBron dunk. Because other than the cradle, the cradle joint that he does, or the dunk man dunk,
the tomahawk,
we've seen that. We've seen that in literally every jersey.
Tough.
But jumping over a motherfucker, I don't think we've seen that.
That was tough. That was tough. But see, for me, it's the Jason Terry, because he owed Jason Terry.
Yeah, there was a story behind that.
You know what I'm saying?
There was a story behind that.
Yeah, and that was even, and Jason Terry even talked. He was saying like how LeBron was guardable and all that kind of shit. So he was chirping. And then like how LeBron did him and just how he did afterwards, bro. I'm just in love with that. Like him jumping over John Lucas is like, wow, he's so gifted. But for me, it's just like, he owed you one, man. And I'm glad he gave it to you.
Yeah.
I'm glad he gave it
LeBron,
to you.
all of them is definitely in my top 5 in-game dunkers, bro. It's LeBron, man. Jordan, Kobe, Vince, and Iguodala.
Ooh,
that's my top 5.
Oh no, man. T-Mac had some hard in-game dunks too, bro.
He did. Yeah, he did. It would be, like I said, Iguodala is like on the 5. So I could change him out for T-Mac if I wanted to, but I did watch Iguodala do some crazy shit in games.
And I seen fucking Kevin Garnett and Blake Griffin do some crazy shit.
Blake is up there.
But Kobe, LeBron, and Michael Jordan, they're definitely in my top 5 in-game dunkers. You know, like, and they're probably 1, 2, and 3. As crazy as that
think so.
But yeah. LeBron didn't gave some cast of business, but Jordan helped. They both didn't gave some cast of business.
You brought up Kevin Garnett. I want to ask you before we get out of here. Who is better, Kevin Garnett or Dirk Nowitzki?
Oh my God. That is not as easy as people think it is, bro. Oh my God, that's tough for me, man. Because I think I don't know why I do, but I think I got a little bias with Dirk, bro. Like, I think Dirk is so much better than people think.
Bro, me too.
I remember there was a point in time in my life, bro, where I want to say I was like in high school, bro. And I used to tell people that Dirk Nowitzki is offensively the best player in the NBA. And this is during like Kobe's height and shit. It's just because he could do so much, man. Ooh,
he got an MVP. He got an MVP on Kobe watch, don't he?
Yes. I gotta say Dirk,
Me too.
I gotta say, like, I had Dirk ahead of Steph Curry until this last season.
Me too.
Like, no bullshit, bro. Like, Dirk is like, when I say my top 10, Dirk is like right outside of it to me. And I left some people off of my top 10 that people have in their top 5. You know what I'm saying? Like, Dirk is like a top, I'm saying 20 player of all time to me, bro.
I'm not mad at that.
Like dead ass.
I might have him in top 15.
Dirk, I might have him in the top 15, bro. Like, for real, it's going to take players like Jokic and them and Giannis and them finishing their career out for me to get Dirk out of my top 15, I think, bro.
Because just like, off of that finals run, that's still the most impressive finals run, in my opinion. So that says something about Dirk.
No, you had me thinking about his finals run when I was by myself, bro. I was like, man, have anybody ever had a better finals run than that, bro? We need to make a video about that.
Yeah.
Like, to where we say, all right, today when we get on there, we're going to make a video about Dirk finals run. That's it.
Did you watch the Dirk documentary?
Oh,
I think Showtime did a documentary or somebody, but it's on YouTube. It's good.
Oh, it's good. Watched it. I love documentaries about rappers and basketball.
It's good, bro.
Like, I didn't see all the LeBron documentaries, the one where he had Drake and them on the joint. I seen his documentary. I didn't see Lil Baby documentary. I
still gotta watch that.
All the it's great. I didn't see MGK documentary. All the football lives.
Yeah.
Have you seen
those?
I've
seen those.
I didn't watch all the football lives. One night I couldn't sleep, and they was just on TV running back and forth, man. I seen Tony Romo's. I didn't see them all. I love a good sports.
Watching Dirk shit gave me that much more of appreciation for the person too. Cause Dirk is a good guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
And watching that man literally like his story getting over here to America, you know, his early years playing with Nash and shit like that.
Him when he first played, bro. Like his rookie year, people was laughing.
Yeah, bro.
He was getting dunked on.
He talked about all the shit that he internalized and how he needed to elevate his game, and he never looked back. He never looked back, bro.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I don't know why I have any bias for Dirk, even though at that time he did make me like a Mavericks fan and I was living in Texas. But man, dog, I really have Dirk.
You know where my bias for Dirk over KG comes from? The fact that KG continues to milk this fucking ring like he won 3 straight. Dirk won his shit and you don't never hear about it.
No.
Dirk won one of the most impressive rings and you don't hear about the shit other than the documentary.
No doubt.
This man KG, bro.
Yeah. Hell, the Celtics should have beat the Lakers the second time they played them.
I thought they were.
Me too. I still believe in my heart of hearts that if Kendrick Perkins plays in Game 7, the Lakers would have lost to the Celtics. And nobody really thinks about that because people look at Kendrick Perkins as what he is. But if you was watching it at that time and what he meant to they had fucking buying power. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So what he meant to being down there and being that grit for them, I feel like I felt it since it happened, so I don't even have to go back and look at it. And because I know I felt that way at the time, I never have to go back and say, let me see how that went. I remember it. So I'm sitting here telling you right now without ever looking at it again. I remember feeling in my heart of hearts that Kobe would not have won that ring if Kendrick Perkins would have played. And Kobe had a horrible Game 7. I want to say he shot 6 of 24. You know? But I love Kobe to death, so I'm going to always look at what he did do. Kobe had 15 rebounds that game. And to me, that goes to show that's the Mamba mentality. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like he'll do whatever it takes to win the damn game, even when the shot ain't.
Yeah, because you don't get 15 rebounds from Kobe Bryant if Kendrick Perkins is in the paint.
Hell no.
That don't happen.
I thought you was going to say something else. No. But hell no, I agree with that. You don't.
If there's any case you can make for Kendrick Perkins needing to play that game, it's Kobe getting 15 rebounds.
I didn't even put that together.
What the fuck? Kobe had 15 rebounds?
Yep, yeah, 15 rebounds in the Game 7.
What the hell, Boston?
Yep, I want to say it was in Boston. Yep, you can't allow that to happen. Because I'm sitting here saying Kendrick Perkins need to be there to stop Powell.
No, you need to get Kobe ass off the glass. What the hell?
Listen, bro. Now that we know who's going to win the NBA Finals, fuck you, Denver Nuggets. Heat at 7, baby. Let's go. I can't wait till the finals is over so we can start making all these videos about all these hypotheticals. So we can start making these videos about going back and saying, hey, I went back and watched Dirk's playoff run. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I went back and watched a closeout game from every series or game 1 from every series or hell, the whole damn series. You feel what I'm saying? Like I would like to do something like that where we go watch all the playoffs games that the Mavericks played and then come back, you know what I'm saying? Or give an assessment after we've watched the first series, the first round, and the second round, and the third round. Like I want to do videos like that. Timeless videos that I can take forever to edit them, making them look dope, making them look cool. And then we come back when it's football time to do our weekly announcements, our weekly assessments of what's going on and who gonna win the damn Super Bowl, man. Who winning the Super Bowl before it even starts?
Before it starts?
I don't even think we had the draft yet. And don't say the damn Chiefs.
It's gonna sound crazy.
So what you got?
The Jaguars gonna win that bit.
Thank you.
The Jaguars gonna win that bit.
The Jags, bro. There's definitely people that got the Jags picked to go to the AFC Championship game.
Yeah.
Bro, to me, the Jags are stacked on offense.
Jags been to, 2 AFC Championship games in the last 5 years? Wait, did they go last year?
One.
They lost. They lost.
Division round to the Chiefs last year. Yeah, they went in
2017. Okay.
Yeah. And then I want to say they went back in the day.
All right, damn. So it's been a little longer than I thought.
It's been a little minute, man. We need to get there. But all right, man. You got the Jags winning the Super Bowl early. Clearly, we're going with dark horses here. So I'm actually, if I had to pick a dark horse, right, like not a super obvious, I would pick the San Francisco 49ers. Even though I don't know who the fuck.
I was about to say, who was throwing the ball? Is it Brock?
No idea.
Is it Jimmy G?
They're dark horse. Nah, Jimmy G played for the Raiders.
Yeah, I forgot that was an off-season move.
Yep. So, yeah, I truly don't know. Brock Purdy is hurt, and they say he got like that what's it called?
Thrower's arm or something?
Tommy John's surgery that the pitchers be getting. They be saying there be pitchers that can't never pitch again after that shit. So, I don't know. But I also told you I want to make a video about how a team can win the Super Bowl without a quarterback. And my example is the San Francisco 49ers. So, I clearly believe this since I'm picking them. But, yeah, man. Well, we up out of here. I guess we'll see you after game 4 when it's 3-1. Then we'll see you after game 5 after it's 4-1.
All right, cool.
And Nikola Jokic has his first Finals MVP. The dynasty starts unless Kyrie takes the veteran minimum and goes and plays with the King. That's what I need you to do, Kyrie. That's what I need him to do, man.
He not gonna do it, bro.
He ain't. We out, man.
Deuces.